Guys, we need to talk about some makeup products. It's time for some kind of mini reviews, I guess if you can call it that. I don't know if you remember when I used to call these product rambles, but apparently you guys didn't want to hear me ramble, so I'm switching my name for these to We Need to Talk. So basically, I'm just going to talk you through some products that I've tested out that I want to review, and I want to tell you my thoughts on them. So that's basically what we're going to do in this video. So I have a bunch of things that I bought myself. I got a bunch of stuff that I've gotten in PR. I got some stuff from Octoly. So I think we should just get into this because I have a lot of things in this box and I would like to just get my thoughts out on some of these because not all of these products are great. Not all of them are amazing. Some are in between. Some are just there. So let's just go ahead and talk about some of these. So I'm gonna just pull out from like the top of my box here. So the first thing that I'm pulling out is actually a pair of magnetic lashes that I got from Allure. I got these on Ulta. I don't know when I got these or why I got these, but I saw them and I was like, these are cheap, I want to try them. These are kind of like the accent lashes and they have the magnetic eyeliner. The magnetic eyeliner doesn't do anything. Like literally I cannot get the lashes to stick to the eyeliner at all, so these are absolute garbage. I don't know if the lashes are going to work better with some kind of a magnetic eyeliner that's not this one, but this one's a piece of shit. So if you see these, don't buy these because they absolutely suck and I majorly regret buying them. But they were so cheap that I'm probably not going to return them. I'm probably just going to keep them because of the lashes in case I end up getting a new, better lash magnetic liner. Let me know what your favorite magnetic liner is. I would love to find one that really works because I know a lot of you guys who watch me use magnetic lashes. So let me know what your favorite magnetic liner is and I would love to get one because I have so many magnetic lashes that I can't use because I just don't have a good magnetic eyeliner to go with it. So let me know what your favorite one is and where I can buy it because I need to get one of those to get some actual use out of the lashes that I do have. So let's talk about some of the Haus Laboratory products. I've had some more time to play with these. Firstly, I want to talk about this eyeliner. This is the felt tip liner. When I first tried this, I wasn't sure exactly what it was because I didn't use it to do an actual wing with. I just did like the outline of a big wing, sort of like what I have on today, and it worked really well for that. But my problem with this liner is that when you try to do a wing with it, it doesn't glide very easily onto your eye. It's kind of tuggy. And it just makes it really hard to be precise on the outer portion of your eye hair, especially because I have hooded eyes. I can't like pull on my eye or anything to make a sharp line with because it's all going to just like shrink together and look really deformed. So this is not my favorite liner for doing wings with, but I do really like this for just tracing my upper lash line, kind of like what I have today, where I just want like black on the top of my lashes so that my mascara pops a little bit more. Love it for that. It's very black and matte and it dries super quickly, which is a perfect thing for me. I love when that happens because I don't have to worry about opening my eyes when I've drawn on the line and then have it transfer up into my crease because it dries so quickly. So I do like it for that reason, but if you're someone who likes to do wings, I don't know if this would be the right eyeliner for you, but I do think it has its purpose and I do reach for it all the time. So I mean, it clearly can't be that bad, so I would say I would give this like a 6 out of 10. Like, I like it for certain things, but I wouldn't reach for this every day because I can't do a wing with this. Now let's talk about these other liquid eyeshadows that I got. So I've played with some of these more. I have not yet used the green one again, but I have used the gold one and the black one. And I used the black one once to do a smoky eye with. I'll see if I have a picture on my phone. I didn't film this, but I basically put it all over my lid. And I used a bit of a fluffy brush to just blend out the edges. And I also put it underneath my eye. And it worked so well. Like, I freaking love this. I think this is fabulous. It lasted so well on me. It didn't crease at all, but the crazy thing about these is that the longer you wear them, the more the sparkle comes out, and at the end of the day, my eyelid was just like so glittery and sparkly and kind of wet looking, but without creasing. Like, it was almost magical. Like, I don't know what they do to formulate this, but this worked so well for me, and I can totally see myself using this again to just do a smoky eye with. I also used the gold one once all over my lid throughout the day, and this one creased a little bit, but not enough that it was noticeable, and I actually quite like the look of just having this on my lid with nothing else. It was a very subtle look, but I wanted to just like test it out and see how I liked it. And I think that this worked really well too. So far I am really impressed, honestly, by all the things that I tried from Haus Laboratories, and I also really like the lip glosses and the lip liners. because I've been using those a lot as well. And I know they've been getting mixed reviews, but personally, I really like all of the products and I can't wait to see what else they come out with in the future, because I will definitely be there and try them, because I think that what they have come out with so far has been really well made, and it's the quality is great. And even though it's not like revolutionary products, I feel like the execution of the products have been top notch, and like I said, they have just worked really well for me. So I'm really excited about the Lady Gaga brand. Let me know if you've tried anything from them and how you feel about it, because I know they've been getting kind of like mixed opinions, but like I said, I really like them, so I'm very excited about the brand. Okay, so let's talk about something that I received from Octoly. This was sent to me by Kevyn Aucoin, and this is one of the Neo blushes. I've been wanting to try this for, oh my goodness, I don't know how long. It's what I'm wearing on my face today. I love this. I have been on such a blush kick lately. I don't know what it is, but every time I see a new blush, I'm like, I need that because I don't have enough blushes. Saying that, I have like 100 in my drawer. I don't know how many blushes I have, but I have a problem, okay? I have a blush problem, but this is what the blush looks like. Isn't that stunning? It's so beautiful. I love that you can kind of decide like how pigmented you want the blush and what kind of color you want in your blush depending on like where in this you put your brush into it. What I did today was I basically swirled my brush like all over this whole thing. I just went like this and I kind of tapped it off and I just gently put it all over my cheek, and it just, oh, it's perfect. Like, I love the formula on this. I just think that it's soft and pigmented at the same time, and it's just kind of shiny but not really shiny. It's kind of satiny, but it also is kind of on the matte side. I don't know how I would even explain this. It's just a perfect formula. I don't know how they did this, but I get the hype. I get why so many people love this, because I'm on that train too now, and I can't wait to keep riding that train because I want to get more of these. I mean, this is amazing. Mine is in the shade Grapevine Rosy Plum, and I'm just obsessed. So I have so many beautiful blushes right now that every time I go to do my makeup, I don't know which one to pick, because I love so many of my blushes in my collection, and I feel like I need to do a blush declutter again, because I've realized just how much I love the blushes that I love, that I really don't need like mediocre blushes in my collection anymore. So if you want to see a blush declutter, let me know and I will happily do so, because I can definitely go ahead and clean up my blush drawer, because some of the blushes that I've gotten this year have just been so good. So good. I can't even put my finger on why they are so good. Some of them, I just absolutely love them, and this is one of them. I am so thankful as always to Octoly for just being able to try out products like this, because this is another one of those that I just would not have bought if it wasn't for Octoly, and now I'm probably gonna go out and buy like 4 more of them because I know they're worth the money. But it's just, it's perfection. Like, the formula is just perfect. Now let's talk about something that is very exciting, and that is the PR package that I got from Kaleidos. I want to say it's been like a week now, maybe a week and a half. But firstly, they sent me their new brush set, which these brushes are amazing. Yes, some of them are a little bit too big for my liking, but honestly, I can use all of these brushes for different things. My favorite is probably the small pencil brush. You guys know how much of a sucker I am for a brush like this. I have one from Raffer and I have one from Morphe that's super similar, but just having something that can really get into my inner corner, absolutely love that. They also sent me the new highlighting brush, which I will show you the new highlighters in a little bit, but let me just talk about this brush first. So this brush is amazing. I love the way it distributes highlighters, because it doesn't put them on like too intense, but it also picks up enough product that you can go in and just have one application if you want to have more of like a subtle highlight, but it also builds on highlighters extremely well, and I really like how it kind of buffs everything out. It's just a really nice highlighting brush. As for these eyeshadow brushes, as you can tell, they're probably a little too big for me. The one that might work, I haven't actually tried these on my eyes yet, but I feel like this one might work in my crease, but again, just a little bit big. I have very small eyes, like I've said 100,000 times, but this would be a really nice highlighting brush as well. I love using small brushes like this to apply highlighter with, but I just want to say that the quality of these brushes seem really nice, and I love the handles and everything. I just think that they are so sleek They also do have their logo on them. I don't know if you'll be able to see that because it's kind of like in silver writing, but they seem like they're really well made, and I'm super happy to have these brushes in my collection, and they're definitely not going anywhere. But let's talk about the highlighters now, because I am so excited about these. I've been playing with these. Like I said, I've only been using them for about a week since I got them, so I haven't even gotten around to trying all of them. But I've tried all but one, and the only reason why I haven't tried this one in particular... Oh, so let me just kind of show you like the packaging, what they come like. So they come in little boxes like this, and all of them have different names here. So let me show you the first one that I have not used yet. This is the Laser Glazer, and this is a green highlighter. So I will open it up for you so you can see exactly what the packaging looks like. So here's what it comes like, and then it comes in like one of these like tin boxes, and these are so cool. Like, are they maybe a little bit bulky? Yeah, probably, but I can forgive that just because of how unique and cool the packaging of these are. So here is what the green one looks like. As you can tell, it kind of reminds me a little bit of like snake skin. So I'll give you a quick swatch of this. Like I said, I've yet to use this one on my face because it just, I don't know if that's going to be the most wearable, but all of the other ones in this bundle are super wearable. So as you can see, it doesn't have that much of like a base pigment to it, but it's just got that beautiful kind of duochrome shift, and I feel like this would be amazing used as a topper, like an eyeshadow topper. It's just stunning. Like, I love the formula on these so much. So that was the green one. I will show you the one that I'm wearing today. I'm actually wearing the blue one, which I didn't think the blue one would be as wearable as it is. So this one is called Skywalker, and all of these are available now if you wanted to pick any of them up. I will have all of the products that I'm talking about in today's video linked in my description box. So here is what the blue one looks like on the inside. So I will give you a quick swatch of this one as well, and you will see again that they don't really have like a lot of base pigment. It's really just like kind of glittery and shiny and wet looking. But like, you can tell when I'm pulling my hand back that they're not going to leave like a crazy cast on your face, which I feel like this one didn't do. Now it's been a little while since I applied this. I'm not sure if you can see like how blue this really is, but I'm gonna go ahead and put on a little bit more now using the brush that they gave me. So you can tell when I'm really buffing this into my skin that it's not like super blue, but you can still tell that I'm wearing like a different colored highlighter, and I just think that this is so cool. Like, I've been wanting like a wearable crazy colored highlighter for a while that don't leave like a crazy stupid gray cast on my face, and I don't feel like these do this. Because when I look straight ahead, you can't really see that I'm wearing highlighter, probably a little bit right here because I pulled it down too far. But like, I think that these are just so stunning, and I'm just really excited to have them. Next up we have the Ray Rider, which is the orange one. This one, I think I've used this one. I'm not like 100% sure which ones I've used and which ones I haven't, because it's been a little while since I've actually dipped into these because I haven't been wearing makeup for like 2 days, but I will show you what this one looks like as well. So this is for sure one of like the more wearable ones, and I will say that the shades that are on the more wearable side are not as intense as like the top two here. These are more on the buildable side, which I think a lot of people are really going to appreciate. So you can see this one doesn't have like that crazy shift that the top two do, and you will see that in the other ones as well, that they're not like as crazy looking. So like I said, they are extremely wearable. So next one we have Comet Catcher, which is the purple one, which looks like this. So they all have that tin packaging, which I just think it's so different, and that's why I like it. Like I said, it might not be like the most practical thing in the world, but it's still just, I love when things are different and when brands try something new. So you can tell this one didn't swatch like the best, but it's still kind of colorful and wearable. And this is for sure one of the more like subtle and buildable ones, which I like having highlighters sometimes that aren't like super in your face and absolutely crazy, but still different. Because I feel like a lot of highlighters that are more on the subtle side are just like champagnes or golds. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're very wearable colors, but it's nice to find some kind of a colored highlighter that isn't super intense but still different. So let's go into the one that I think is my favorite. This is the yellow one. It's called Solar Sailor. I love this one so much. And I even got complimented on wearing this the other day because it's just absolutely stunning. I will give you a swatch of this one as well. And I would say that this one is probably a little bit more intense than the one that I just swatched, but it's just a beautiful kind of yellow white highlighter, and you can see just like, oh, they're so beautiful. The formula on these are just so well made. I don't know what it is about Kaleidos or how they make their products, but whatever they do, they can't seem to do anything wrong in my book, and it just makes me so excited. And it also makes me so excited that I get PR from a brand that makes really nice products. Like, I'm pretty lucky, you know? So lastly, we have the pink one, which is called Star Surfer. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I've definitely tried this. I can tell because it's like kind of messy. So let me go ahead and give this a swatch as well. This one is also more on like the subtle ones. Do I have room for this? I guess I will swatch it on top of my arm here. But I would say that this is probably like the most wearable highlighter of all of these. The one that you can get away with wearing very easily. It's got a little bit of that peach shift to it, but it's absolutely stunning. It's definitely more on like the pink side. I would say it's like a pink, white, peach, kind of like a triple multi-chrome. I don't know how I would explain this, but all of these are absolutely stunning. You can tell that I would probably be able to wear all of them on my face except for maybe the green. I don't know, maybe I'll give the green a go at some point, but it scares me a little bit because I am a little bit scared of like crazy colored highlighters. But the fact that I can wear a blue one like I am today and not look absolutely insane, I think that is so cool. So if you've been kind of eyeing these, I would definitely recommend them. They get my stamp of approval. I think if you get them, you're going to really love them. And the thing about the kind of more subtle ones is that you can spray them and they will look very intense. Like, you can build them up to be crazy if you want to, but it's a nice option to have if you want something that's a little bit more subtle. So let's do another Octoly review. This one got sent to me by Lancome, which I feel like I've been getting a lot of stuff from Lancome lately, and I've been really liking everything. But I gotta say that this one is a bit of a miss for me. Not because I think it's a bad product, just because I just don't think that this is a product for me. And I don't really know why I thought I would love this, but it's not exactly what I thought it was going to be. So this is one of the Mademoiselle Lipsticks. So this, to me, when I saw it in my Octoly store, I thought this was going to be kind of like a gloss stick. But I think what I don't like about this is that it's not super pigmented, and it's very kind of emollient. Is that how you say it? Like, it's very creamy, like very, very creamy. Like, I can use this as a topper. Let me just actually put that on top of what I have on today, because I will talk about this lipstick in a little bit. Like, it works really well as a topper. Like, I really like this because it makes any lipstick that I have underneath that is in this color like nice and kind of creamy looking. It doesn't look so dry, so it's kind of like a gloss in a way. But I can't wear this on its own because it's just a little bit not too pigmented. It's weird to explain what I'm trying to say, but I feel like this is a kind of product that someone who likes a very blurry lip line is going to like, and I feel like I don't have the lip shape for that because I have very pointed peaks on my top lip, and it just doesn't look good if I try to make like that blurry line. So the only way that I can really use this is if I layer it on top of an orange lipstick, and it has to be an orange lipstick because this is very orange. So for that reason, I don't really love this, but I don't know. I don't know why I decided I wanted to try this, honestly, because I feel like I should have just gotten a different color. But I guess I was hoping that I could have worn this on its own, but the thing is, it's just a little bit too creamy and it kind of gets everywhere. If I try to, like, you know, overline or line my lips or anything, it just gets really messy really fast because of just how creamy this is. Like, I would say this is kind of like an ultra creamy lipstick, if that makes sense. It's more like a, I don't know, it's like a gloss and a cream lipstick had a baby. That's how I would explain this. But I do think that the packaging is absolutely beautiful. I think that the formula on this is really nice. I just wish I'd picked a different color that would have worked without having the exact same color lipstick underneath. I don't know if I explained that very well, but I just don't think that this is the right kind of product for me. But I do think it's a good product. It's just not for me. Another thing that I also got from Octoly, this one was sent to me by PUR, and this is the See No More Blemish and Pore Clearing Cleanser. I wanted to try this because on their site it was advertised as being good for someone with acne-prone skin, and I definitely have problems with pimples. See, I don't know what the difference between pimples and acne is, so I feel bad saying acne because I feel like acne is like an actual condition that people have, but I just get pimples. Like, I just get breakouts, especially like 2 to 3 weeks out of the cycle. I really break out, and my skin is just not the best, but right now it's like during that 2-week phase where my skin is really good. So I've been able to use that when my skin is not breaking out and when I haven't been picking on my face. The thing about this cleanser is that it's very kind of drying and cleansing. Like, when you've cleansed with this, you can really feel that your skin is very clean. And I find that it irritates my skin a little bit. Like I said, if I have been kind of picking at something, which I usually tend to do at the end of the day because I can't help like keep my fingers off my face sometimes. So if I have any kind of active breakouts that maybe haven't healed properly, I don't want to go in and use this because I do find that it kind of tingles a little bit and it irritates my skin. So I can only really use this when my skin don't have any breakouts, which I kind of feel like that defeats the purpose. You know, because if you have breakouts, like, it's kind of hard to use this, but I do feel like it's a cleanser that really cleans your skin. So if you don't struggle with breakouts and stuff, I think you would really like this. And you can see I really have not used as much of it. I've used it only like 6 times, I think, in the past month, just because my skin just hasn't been to a point where I'd feel comfortable like using this on my skin because it is so strong. But I do think that this has a purpose for me for sure, and I'm glad that I have it, but it's not like a daily cleanser for me. It's definitely something that I need to use when I'm having a little bit of a better skin day, and I feel like maybe once I do have a better skin time, like if I keep using this like right now, maybe this will help prevent breakouts in the future. But if I already have the breakouts, it's a little bit tough to use this product. But like I said, I do think that this is a pretty good product, but I don't know if someone with troubled skin is going to really like this. So I don't know if the claims on the site is necessarily aimed towards the right type of people. I don't really know. Maybe this is just a little bit too strong for me. It does smell absolutely wonderful though. It's like a peppermint kind of smell, and it just smells very fresh. It kind of smells like toothpaste in a way. Alright, so like I was saying, I was wearing a lipstick that I was going to talk about, and this is the Gingerbread Man from Too Faced. I ended up getting the set with the bronzer and the lipstick, and I gotta admit, I don't love either of these really. So let's talk about the bronzer first. Now the bronzer, my problem with the bronzer is that it's not really a problem, but I don't feel like it smells like gingerbread. Like, it smells good, but I would say it smells more like the chocolate bronzer than it smells like gingerbread, and that made me very disappointed because I basically bought this because I love gingerbread. Now the packaging, A+, beautiful, stunning, love the packaging. The product itself is a little bit too warm toned for me. I actually thought it was going to be more on the cool tone side. I don't know why I thought so. It does say spicy bronzer on it, so I guess I should have assumed that it was more of a warm tone bronzer. But I don't love it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's what I'm wearing today. I think it looks fine. I also do think that it's a little bit patchy and hard to work with. Maybe that's just me. I have tried with a bunch of different brushes, and I don't love it. It makes me sad because I bought this thinking I would love it, and I just don't love it. But it's so cute. But I don't think I'm going to think it's cute once the Gingerbread Man is gone. And I do wish that they had like the little white details on it, like past the first use. But that was just like an overspray or like the top layer of it, and now it's just gone. And it's kind of sad because I wanted to love this bronzer and I just don't. But you know what? I'm gonna keep it, obviously, and I'm going to keep using it even though it's not my favorite. But I do think that it's a decent bronzer. It's just not what I thought it was going to be, so that's why I'm like a little bit disappointed in it. And I also don't love this lipstick formula. I haven't really tried a lot of the bullet lipsticks from Too Faced, so I don't know if this is like their normal formula or not. But another thing I don't like about this is the square tip on the edge here. Like, I find it extremely hard to apply lipstick with something that's like square on top. I don't know if it's just me, but I like my kind of cupid's bow to be rounded, And so to go in with something that's kind of square, it makes it more pointy. And also just like on the lower lip, I know I just suck at applying bullet lipsticks. That's probably why I don't like this, but I just had a really hard time applying this and I needed to use a lip liner, and it was also very thick and I felt very matte going on, but it didn't go on in a creamy way. Like it felt like trying to put on like a matte lipstick, and I don't know, I just don't love this. And again, this does not smell like gingerbread because I love gingerbread and I know what gingerbread smells like, and this is not it. So I kind of wish I didn't buy this. Something that I have made a video with actually, this is the new lipstick, the ColourPop and Sofia Nygaard lipsticks. I really like these lipsticks, you guys. You've seen me wear them a lot lately because I can't get past them. And I really like the formula on these as well. I will say that they don't wear the absolute best. You do get a little bit of like a butthole lip with these after a little while, or like a line, you know, on the inside of your mouth. It doesn't wear the best, but it's also really easy to just take off and reapply because none of these are like long-lasting lipsticks, so I don't really mind that. But I think the formulas on these are absolutely beautiful, and the packaging too. The packaging just makes me so happy. Like I just think that this is so cool and so sleek, and I just love Sofia and I'm just so happy for her, and I'm so happy I bought these lipsticks. Like I did say in my lip swatching videos with these, I do think that these are restocking in December, so if you missed out and you want to get these, I can't promise that this is actually a fact, but I feel like I saw ColourPop comment this on one of their Instagram photos. I'm not really sure, but I do think that these are going to restock, so just keep an eye on your site. Maybe sign up for like email notifications if you want to get your hands on these, because they are really, really, really good. So another holiday release that I bought that I wanted to get as soon as I saw it, this is the new Hourglass, what is this called? The Ghost Lighting Blush Quad. This is what it looks like. Dirty as fuck. I hate the packaging. I think that this is just, I can't stand things that get fingerprints on them. It's just like, why? Why would you make it like this? I get it. It's supposed to look like luxurious and expensive, but the plastic here makes it look cheap, so it doesn't make sense to me. But this is what the blushes look like. I would say that I like this, but I don't love it. I think the reason why I don't love it is because I feel like the blushes are not as pigmented as what they look like in a pan here, because they definitely go on a lot more subtle, and it takes a lot for me to really build this up to be as intense as I want my blush to be. Now I understand, I do look like a clown some of the times, and I like that look, and a lot of people are probably going to like these because they're not very pigmented, but for someone like me who likes a lot of blush, these don't really do it for me. Like I said, I do have to build them up quite a lot, and when I do, they look really nice, but I think that I'm going to go through these really quickly just because I need to use so much of it to get the result that I want. And I can't even really use this one because it's just like too light for me. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, I can't really use it as a highlighter because it's not shiny. So yeah, I don't know. Do I regret buying this? Maybe a smidge, maybe a little bit, but I'm still happy I have it. And the fact that this is like a limited edition thing just kind of makes me not want to return this, if you know what I mean, even if I don't love it. So I am going to go ahead and keep this. Like I said earlier, I've just gotten so many beautiful blushes lately that I like more, that I just don't think that I'm going to get that much use out of this, which is kind of sad, but I'm still just, I don't know, there's something about having this. It's probably because I'm like a bougie bitch and I just like expensive things, and so the fact that this is like really expensive just makes me want to like it more than I maybe do. I don't know, but I bought it, I have it, I'm gonna use it, it's okay. Something that is more than okay is the Juvia's Place Loose Highlighter. This is the Nubian Highlighter in the shade Cleo, I think that's how you would say it. Or is it the Cleo highlighter by Nubian? I don't know why they would say the Nubian by Juvia's Place and then have a name for the highlighter. I'm a little bit confused, but this is what the highlighter looks like. It's a loose highlighter. I'll give you a swatch of this. This is stunning. I think that this is such a beautiful highlighter, and I don't remember who exactly recommended this to me, but it was definitely one of you guys that said I needed to get this. Oh, isn't that just, I mean, holy crap, like that is, that's intense. So I would say that this is almost a dupe for the Amrise highlighter, because It's very much the same color, but I would say this is maybe a little bit lighter than the Amrezy, but formula wise, once this goes on your face, it's very, very similar. It's a very smooth highlighter and it doesn't really enhance any texture. Not that I have a lot of texture, but I haven't really noticed anything. And I really do like the formula on this. You gotta be a little bit careful though, because it's very easy to over apply this and you really need to buff it into your skin for it to really look like it belongs on your face and it doesn't just sit on top of your skin. So using like a very dense brush with this, a dense small brush, and then tapping it off before you apply, you'll get the most beautiful result. And I've been really, really loving this. I'm having such a hard time trying to screw this back on. But if you have been thinking about trying this, would highly recommend it. I think this product here is amazing and I don't know why it took me so long to jump on the loose highlighting bandwagon, because now I just want more loose highlighters, even if I don't need them, because I have so many beautiful highlighters. But this is beautiful. Here's a product that I bought when I was in LA for Sephora, and my friend and I went to Sephora and I ended up getting one of the NARS Mini Radiant Creamy Concealers because I'd heard a lot of good things about this, and it came in a mini and I was like, you know what, I'll try this, because I think it was like $10 maybe? I don't know. This thing was very cheap, so it's a good way to like try out something to see if you want to buy a full size of it. And I don't think I would ever buy the full size of this, but I do think it's a nice concealer. I did get a shade that was a little bit too light for me right now. I am wearing it today and I think it looks fine, but I'm not used to really having like bright under eyes. I don't really use concealers to brighten. I usually just use them to conceal, and I tend to have my concealers be the same color as my foundation most of the time. But I would say the formula on this is like a medium coverage and it's very, very creamy. Like you definitely need to set this. Like I find myself having to set this very quickly after I put it on so it doesn't like crease. But once it's on, I think it wears very well. I do like the consistency of it and the coverage of it, but I think that I just prefer concealers that are a little bit thicker, because this is very light and very creamy, like I said. So it's just, I think it's just that I'm not used to a formula like this. So I would say that I would give this like a 7 out of 10. I think this is a good concealer, but it's not good enough for me to want to repurchase, because I've been using my Shape Tape again lately and I love that concealer. I don't know why I ever stopped using it. I remember I stopped using it when the Too Faced concealer came out and I bought the Too Faced one, and then I ended up using that one for like 6 months because it has so much product in it, and I like the Too Faced one, but I definitely like the Shape Tape more. So I'm still in like the honeymoon phase with Shape Tape. I can't get enough of that concealer and I know I'm probably like one of the few people that still uses that, but I still think that that is an amazing concealer. So long story short, I think this one is okay, but I would not repurchase. Now for the last product that I would like to talk about, this is a product that I have been wanting forever, and I don't know what took me so long. Actually I do, because it's been sold out for such a long time, but this is the Jeffree Star Loose Setting Powder. This is amazing. It's so good. I think the reason why I didn't buy this when it first came out was because I really did not need a new powder, because I had so many powders. But right now I'm kind of like low on powders. The only powder that I have that I use all the time is my Wet n Wild powder, which I love, and I just ended up buying like a whole new container of it, which is giant because I'd gone through my whole one. So this one contains, let's see how much is in there. This one has 10 grams, which is really not that much for a powder, but I find this powder to go a really, really long way, and I also find it to be, it's sort of, the consistency reminds me of the Laura Mercier powder in that it's very thick, but it also just like really sinks into my skin. I don't like the Laura Mercier powder, but I love this. It really sinks into my skin nicely. It blurs beautifully, and it just gives me such like an airbrush finish when I'm done with my foundation and concealer, and I just love it. It wears beautifully. It smells so good. It might be a little bit strong for some people, like a little bit overwhelming, especially if you use a lot of powder like I do. Yeah, it has a very sweet kind of like vanilla marshmallowy scent, I guess I would describe it as. I don't really know how I would explain it, but it smells really, really good. But like I said, it could be a little bit overwhelming if you don't like scented products, so just keep that in mind, especially if you use a lot of it, because I've definitely had times where I've got, like that's a lot. But it's a really beautiful powder. The performance of this is so good. And I'm so happy I finally bought it because I had been wanting this for so long, and I can see what the hype is all about because I think it's really good. So those were all of the products that I wanted to talk about today. I might have missed some, I don't really know. I always try to kind of go through my collection and think about all of the things that I have bought lately but I have not talked about yet, and just kind of put them in a bin and then I just talk about it. So maybe next time there will be a product that is kind of new that I just forgot to talk about, but we'll see. I'm gonna do these, you know, when I feel like I have enough products that I can actually have a good opinion about the products in here as well, and I felt like I did today. So yeah, let me know what you feel about these products. Have you tried any of them? Is there anything that you would want to try? Did I help you kind of sway your opinion one way or another? Let me know. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you want to see some other videos like this, I will pop 2 up on the screen here so you can go watch those as well if you want to see some more product reviews. And if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.